It's sort of looking at what happens in your life from the period of 7 to 20 when your heart is continually broken. It says on the cover that this is a collection of stories, so they sort of batch it as though it is a short story collection. It doesn't read that way. It reads more like a novel. But the reason it's called 13 Shells, the main character's name is Shell. She's a little girl when it starts, and there are 13 chapters in the book. And each chapter is like an ordinary moment in her life, but at different points. It is a work of fiction, but the author, Nadia Bozak, says that it is very close to her own life. It starts kind of in the late 70s, early 80s, and she is a little girl who is an only child, and her parents are hippies. So if you think about like maybe Moosewood restaurant recipe books and hemp fairs and all of that stuff, and you think back to the 80s. Now, if you put yourself in the 80s were a time of opulence, of excess, and here was this poor little girl living with two people who were like living off the land. They were trying to be off the grid. Both parents were artists. What I loved about the book, what was so beautiful about it is, at first, you're not sure what the situation is because it's from Shell's perspective. And then you get little glimpses that you have to decipher for yourself, such as when she says, oh, I can do this now because daddy sleeps on the couch more. So you start to get this notion of, there's problems in the marriage. And basically, it's a coming of age book, but it is heartbreaking, a lot of things that happen. Interestingly, I did interview her recently, and she told me that before she put the book out, she gave it to her father to ask him if he was okay with it, because she thought the way that he's portrayed in it might hurt his feelings. I was really interested with that because I did not see her father as a bad guy. I saw her father as a hippie who had a wonderful dream, and that dream just never ever got realized. Unfortunately, however, there was a child involved, and nobody was really paying attention to how that dream affected the child's life. But the author told me that her father said to her, I'm an artist, you're an artist. I would never ask you to change your artistic work to suit me. So he was fine with it, and out it went. So a wonderful coming of age story, 13 Shells. Again, they say it's a collection of short stories. It reads like the novel over the arc of a young girl's life as she continues to get her heart broken. Author Nadia Bozak. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.